This time, he schools a Muslim Hamas sympathizer on the reality of the Israel-Palestine conflict. Douglas Murray did not hold back. Watch.
Rushanara Ali, what is it that Hamas wants to achieve? I mean, what is it? I mean, Trevor Phillips says that people voted for Hamas as opposed to Fatah, to the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank. They voted for Hamas knowing that they would be much more hardline. So what is it that they want?
I hope what Trevor's not saying is that by voting for Hamas, those who voted were in some way are now deserve, or the punishment, collective punishment that is now being espoused.
No, that's an outrageous thing to say.
Let me finish.
That's an outrageous thing.
You know that's not what I'm saying at all.
I very much hope not. But the point is that this cycle of violence is going on and on. The fact is that the Palestinians have lived under occupation, and Gaza
They're not under occupation. They have their own.
Hey VeraCity, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl VeraMoore, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Modern Wisdom, and we have That's Nonsense. Douglas Murray calmly dismantles Muslim women on BBC. Okay, Douglas Murray and Muslim women. Before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you're new to the channel, I am Vera. I do reaction videos. This episode that you love, why not join VeraCity? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that, guys, let's go on.
That's nonsense.
Is a state, and it is run by Hamas, and they had one election, which, as Trevor said, the people voted for Hamas. Hamas then killed the opposition, and they've never had an election since. But they could have a state. If they wanted a state, they could have a state.
Let Rushanara finish her point. You're saying that they are living under occupation.
There seems to be a bit of amnesia here about the history of what's happening in that region, and the fact that Palestinians don't have a state. They have, lived under occupation. They've lived under attack, and what we need is rapidly, in order to secure peace, which is rapidly eluding this region, we need the international community, we need leaders in America and European Union to work together to resume negotiations and to first of all bring an end to this conflict.
The end of the conflict will be fastest brought about by Hamas being thrown out of the West Bank by the Palestinians of the West Bank, or by any other force available. We've got to remember this. The two-state solution such as...
Wow, but honestly, I cannot believe that this woman is actually supporting Hamas. Is this one actually supporting a terrorist group? I mean, this is insane.
It is, and it's a dream, but it's still a possible dream. If you talk about the West Bank,
do the Israelis genuinely believe in that?
Yes, I think they do. With the West Bank, the thing that is a problem and is an irreconcilable problem at the moment is what you do with Hamas, which wants to annihilate the Jewish state and does not want peace. That is a problem.
The real problem here is the agenda is now being controlled by people who don't want peace, whether it is the settlers on the West Bank, or it's Hamas. That's the problem. How do we wrest the agenda out of the hands of those groups of people who, by the way, are not states? These are gangs.
Sure, and unfortunately, Gaza is run by a gang.
Let's leave it there. Thank you both very much.
Douglas Murray highlights that Hamas's charter and repeated statements make clear their opposition to the existence of the State of Israel and their refusal to recognize its right to exist. This stance fundamentally obstructs any path toward peace between Israelis and Palestinians. The rhetoric and actions of Hamas have been widely criticized by international figures and organizations that advocate for peace in the region. For instance, figures such as Tony Blair, former British Prime Minister and former Quartet representative to the Middle East, have pointed out that the ideology and actions of Hamas have significantly contributed to the suffering and instability in Gaza and the broader region. Blair and others have argued that peace is unattainable as long as Hamas prioritizes the destruction of Israel over the welfare of the Palestinian people. Furthermore, analysts and experts on Middle Eastern politics have emphasized that Hamas's governance in Gaza has not only perpetuated conflict with Israel, but also led to significant human rights abuses against Palestinians within the territories it controls. Organizations like Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International have documented cases where Hamas has suppressed dissent, restricted the freedoms of Gaza's residents, and used civilian areas for military purposes, thereby endangering its own population.
The fact that this woman, she never answered the question. Douglas Murray understands the reality so well. I can't believe she's a Hamas supporter. a supporter of a terrorist group. Really? We honestly need Hamas to stop attacking Israel. I feel like there can never be peace while Hamas is still in power. They need to shut down that terrorist group, that terrorist organization. It needs to be shut down. Just crazy. The Muslims are migrating to other countries and they are, they're trying to enforce their laws to the Western countries. Whereas if you go to a Muslim country, you have to abide by their own law. But they will come to your own country and want to change your own law. Who does that? The fact that Islam actually promotes violence is insane. I remember when my brother went to a Muslim school, it was a boarding school. They were not allowed to call Jesus in that school. You cannot call Jesus. You must not be caught praying. So it's a Muslim school. Just secondary school. You're not allowed to call Jesus. You're not allowed to pray in a Christian way. It's pathetic. Muslims are always so strict about their religion. Always so strict. But when they go to other people's country, they want to control them. This whole Hamas thing, it should be cancelled. Because Hamas is like Boko Haram. No, the whole Boko Haram thing. So now, I guess they changed their name to Hamas. Still an Islamic terrorist group. You will never see a Christian terrorist group. Never. Never. They would never kill anyone. Never. But it's always the Islam. Always the Muslims. Why? Why? What are your thoughts? What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. And if you're new to this channel, join VeraCity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.